Voice assistant usage in the US has been growing steadily since 2017. In fact, over 35% of the population are already using smart speakers. When we look at the individuals who adopt these assistants, we see a diverse population of men, women, and non-binary individuals whose gender identity isn't limited to being either a man or a woman. However, when we look at the voices available today, all but one of the four major assistants has a female name. And while there's many available masculine text-to-speech voices, feminine voices are predominantly represented in media and commercial devices. This has a broader impact than one might expect. A 2019 UNESCO report showed that designing only feminine voice assistants reinforces negative behavior with real people by reinforcing that women should be in subservient roles. Meanwhile, data suggests the non-binary and queer population is growing. In turn, diversity in gender is becoming an important factor when designing interactive systems. Nonetheless, little effort has been put towards creating voice assistants that could represent and include these non-binary individuals. Our work responds to this issue. We developed a method to create a non-binary text-to-speech voice and utilized it to create Sam. Hey Sam, what's the weather like?
It's currently partly cloudy and 55 degrees.
Thanks, Sam. To create Sam, we selected a voiceover actor through social media and voices.com. We then scored candidates on several vocal features and selected an actor to record 8 hours of audio from an open source script. We then processed the audio from the voiceover to create an initial set of synthetic voices. Then, we engaged with the non-binary community through 2 rounds of surveying to get feedback on how natural the voices sounded, how non-binary the voices sounded, and how comfortable the participants would be being represented by each voice. We took this feedback and improved the synthetic voices, additionally adding audio data from non-binary and transgender voice actors to our training data. The individual who donated their voice for the prosody model felt that inclusion in a project to create a non-binary voice validated their voice as being part of the community, saying, "Before starting testosterone, I was pretty insecure about my voice, particularly how it often seemed to be part of why people misgendered me. I knew intellectually that a non-binary voice can sound any sort of way, but emotionally, it was hard to reconcile that fact with how people responded to my voice. So for my voice to be a component of this project feels pretty validating." Finally, we used this refined voice in a large-scale general population survey to evaluate the role of intonation, word choice, and role on gender perception. The survey revealed a number of exciting insights regarding preferences around voice assistants, most notably that non-binary participants found non-binary voices more trustworthy and more intelligent than masculine or feminine alternatives. We also recognized that a voice right for one individual may not be right for another. Thus, we developed this non-binary voice with the aim of open sourcing it, such that developers and researchers can build on our process and our data. The goal is to catalyze additional efforts to create technology and spur research efforts that not only increase representation, but provide technology directly to users within the non-binary and transgender communities, as well as outside of them. We hope our study, methodology, and the open source data behind SAM foster continued research and development of additional non-binary text-to-speech voices.